welcome back to another Araquin Calidra monster match. This, I gotta say, is a bit of a joke, but we've been really excited about doing this match for I don't know how long. This is the I am fire, I am death match. We've got our Araquin Calidrum dice here. This is a custom pattern cut from Chessex Dice Company. It has so many great patterns. This is the Vortex Orange with black pattern, and we've got our own Araquin Calidrum logo on there for fire, and then for death. Off of Amazon, you can find these great dice that are just skulls carved into a piece of dark, you call it rock. We pretend it's rock. So, I am fire, I am death. Man-sized model in the middle here, just for fun. This is a Blue Wizard model. Lots of great modelers out there have made their own Blue Wizard sculpts. This one's from Unreleased Miniatures. He just did a great job on that. We just really enjoy some of the sculpts that he's got. So, just sort of for scale comparison, this is a normal 25mm model, and it's just dwarfed in comparison to these massive Smaug models. The base underneath Smaug is the biggest base in the entire range of Hobbit models in all of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit product lines, anything Middle-earth related. And this guy's just a lot of fun. A very difficult model to play, so we may do an army review on Smaug by himself at some point in another video. But
if we play him at enough tournaments where he's actually legal.
Yeah, you know what? He's a 750 point beast. So sorry, 700 point beast. So there's only so many events you can take him to.
And often they just straight up ban him for various restrictions. And
they used to. I haven't seen that as much anymore, but more often than not, what I've seen lately is the events just don't allow you to take a model that expensive. You have to have a minimum number of models or any number of things like that. So anyway, we've got two Smaugs. We've got a Fire Smaug, themed after the movies, painted up to match the box art. Not perfectly, but really well done. Adam Marcel from Blackfire painted that one up for me, and I am thankful. He did a great job. We'll zoom in on a couple of the things that I think he did really well on. And then this is my Ice Smaug Achul Vadochen, Icy Death, or Ice Death from Blacktongue, or a Marshmallow, because my kids called him Marshmallow. It's just not as scary. I don't know. Achul Vadochen. Anyway, so there's the models. Really, really proud of these two models. This is just such an epic character. He needs an epic model. So here's Smaug with ice theme, and we just ice paletted him up. His base cannot be the same, but I didn't rebuild a new base on him. I just made it look like stone and rubble, and he's just trashed some settlement somewhere. Fire Smaug, themed up after the box art. There's a wigged out little Mr. Baggins hiding underneath there, painted up very nicely. All the treasure on this model is just so detailed. It's an incredible, incredible model. The most expensive one in the range, but I gotta say, for what you pay, they really did invest a lot of effort in this guy, and you see it. The detail on this model is incredible. And if you're willing to take the time to paint it, there's even, we'll zoom in and see if you can see it in there, there is in fact an Arkenstone on the base. And Adam did some really nice object-oriented lighting off of that. So there's a little bit of a blue glow on some of the treasure around his base. So yeah, we're just really, really happy with this beast. Have not had a chance to break him out and use him for much. As we said, he's an expensive model. He's 700 points. He really is an army unto his own. And so says the book. He is an army unto his own. He is the Desolator of the North. He's his own faction. All right, SNS, walk us through this guy. What can you do?
All right. He is a tank. He can literally destroy an army in like 2 turns. He only has a 6-inch move, but he also has the fly special rule. So he can run 6 inches on the ground through difficult terrain, under a building, whatever, if you can fit him under a building.
Yep.
And then he can fly 12 inches otherwise. He has fight 8, which is actually kind of surprising considering how many things are way less points than him at equal or higher, whatever. 2+ shoot value on his breathe fire, which we will go over in a sec. Strength 9, defense 9, 4 attacks, 20 wounds, and courage 6, but he is also fearless. So, of course, courage 6 doesn't matter unless he's also fighting anything that wounds on courage. He's got 3 might points, 6 will points, and a free 1 per turn, and no fate, because he did die after all. Heroic actions, he's got channeling, strike, strength, challenge. Against Smaug, I don't think he's really going to use
a heroic challenge.
Yeah. Heroic strike, obviously, for those few times where he's actually fighting something that outfights him. Heroic channeling, I don't think it's ever worth using on Smaug, because might are just way too precious.
Yeah, and I wonder if, just for interest's sake, that might be why they made him fight 8. Partly why they made him fight 8. Because he's a mega huge dragon with might, and he can just destroy anything. So giving him heroic strike and a few might means that he's actually got to spend his might fighting big heroes if he wants to outfight them. Otherwise, he's going to play the dice game and the odds and just use those 20 wounds to outlast whatever is outfighting him.
He's also got Ancient Evil. He is one of the big baddies that actually has it. Fearless, of course, because if you're paying 700 points for something, you don't want it just standing there in terror. And realistically, Smaug is not scared of... Yeah, he's not scared of anything. Fly, resistant to magic and terror, of course. Breathe Fire. This is an upgraded version of the dragon's Breathe Fire. It is the nastiest version of Breathe Fire. It is an 18-inch range, which is a 6-inch range increase to the one that the standard dragon has. It has a 2-inch blast range, just as the normal one, but it is a strength 10 hit instead of a strength 9, in addition to the setting ablaze. And same as the normal Dragonfire, anyone that is wounded and isn't saved with fate is automatically slain, unless they have a rule that says otherwise.
So it really is a bit of a firebomb.
It is just terrifying. It will rip through anything, especially expensive monsters and whatnot, and heroes that have little to no fate.
That's it. Monsters with no fate, ants, trolls, eagles.
Just gone. Desolator of the North gives him his free will point per turn and lets him reroll 1s to wound against dwarves, which I don't think Smaug is a dwarf, so that won't help him here. Immovable object. Oh, crap. We haven't accounted for this.
Yeah, so if Smaug charges Smaug, or if Smaug charges a Mumak, or if a Mumak charges a Mumak...
I think, no, wait, we've discussed this before. They would just back away a millimeter away.
Yep.
Just to show that they're not making
I think it was actually FAQ'd at one point. When the fight is resolved, and you figure out who wins, neither of them back away, but you do break the fight. So you just put a 1 millimeter gap between them and back them away a half a millimeter each if you really want to get precise about it.
Anyway, Smaug never backs away for losing a fight, and as a result, he can never be trapped. Smaug on Smaug, we're just going to basically bang, millimeter, so on and so forth. Missing scale. If a model rolls a natural 6 to hit Smaug with a shooting attack, then makes a successful roll to wound, the hit causes a number of wounds equal to the strength of the weapon. So like a strength 2 bow would cause 2 wounds, strength 3 elven bow would cause 3 wounds, so on and so forth. Unstoppable momentum. This is actually ridiculously powerful. It actually straight up knocks down everything in the game unless it has a rule that says it isn't knocked down. Unlike Monstrous Charge, there is no strength restriction or anything on this. He will knock over things that are strength 10, if
like
there are
Balrog
any things.
Or a Sauron.
But nothing in the game is strength 10, so that doesn't matter. But he will knock over everything in the game except for like a Chariot or a Mumak or Smaug.
Right. Only the things with a specific rule that say they cannot be knocked over.
Exactly. And then on top of that, whenever he barges, he gets a strength 9 hit on every model that was knocked back. So if he's fighting, say, 20 guys, because 20 guys can fit on his base, and they all have spear supports, he says, I'm going to barge. They all take a strength 9 hit, and then he can barge into and fight a hero. One-on-one, Smaug can destroy any hero. So in that one turn, he can kill like 300 points just like that. It's
often overlooked, too. It does say specifically any models forced to back away. So anybody involved in the fight, including spear supports, would take this strength 9 hit. It's brutal. It really is devastating to an entire army.
He does have a few magical powers, which are definitely not his strong suit, but they're there just for gimmicks and to help make up for that hefty price tag. Transfix, Compel, Install Fear, and Sap Will. You've all seen these before. These are like the most common spells. Transfix is the one that just doesn't let people call heroics. So if he's ever going to fight a big hero, he will just transfix, so they can't heroic strike, and he will just butcher them. Compel is the one that lets you move them half their movement, and then they're transfixed. Install Fear is something he might actually use, because his base is so stinking big. Just on a 5+, he forces everyone within 3 inches of him to take a courage test.
He would use that when he wants to blow a hole in an army before the fight, so that he can charge something important that he doesn't have access to.
He would use the spell on hold ground in the final turn.
Yep. Just to make everyone run away.
Bang. No one's on the objective. Smaug's the only one there. He wins. Sap Will reduces their will store by D3. It is probably one of the most useless spells in the game as of this moment. But that is Smaug's profile. Worth 700 points. Meh. Depends on who you ask. But it is a tank of a profile.
And yes, he does destroy whole armies depending on the scenario you play him with and what you try to do when you set up your matches. So here we go. We've got Fire and Death ready to play against each other. We're going to start them off the same as we have with all our monster matches, 12 inches apart. These bases are huge. My goodness. That'll do.
Ish. All right. So what's going to happen here? Roll off for priority.
I got death, you got fire.
Yep. Goes to you.
2. I am going to back up 1 inch. Dun dun dun.
Bloop. I am not going to move.
And I'm going to cast
Actually,
with 1 will point transfix.
So you're going to cast before you move.
And it goes off on a 2.
Which
That's
it casts
very
on a 3.
intimidating. So it doesn't even go off. And I
So-
might it. If I might it, then you've got to resist. That's kind of funny. Sure, I'll might it. Make it a 3.
Okay.
You'll see why we're a little cavalier in a moment.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and resist it with resistance to magic and my free one because I really don't want to be transfixed. I'm gonna might it.
Oh my goodness!
That was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
I am then going to actually move into cast range, like the 1 inch, and I'm going to blow 5 will points. Actually, I'm going to blow 4 because I only have 4 days. On a transfix. You guessed it. I get a 6.
Goes off in a 6.
Multiple.
So
That's
what have I got
a
left?
really good roll. Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
6s and 5s. Burn your good roll now. So what have we got? I've got 4 will left on Smaug, on my Smaug.
You have 6. You only burned your free one to cast.
So burn the free one to cast. I'm going to use 4 to resist. One of those is from the resistant to magic, so this is 3 from the store. Do I want to just throw another one at it? Nah, that's good. Needing a 6.
Gets
the
the
6. Successfully resists.
Okay.
Nobody's transfixed. Shoot phase?
Yep.
Right, my
I'm
priority.
calling heroic shoot.
So am I. Another might each to make the heroic shoot.
All right, roll off.
Here we go.
Oh
4s. We gotta do that again.
no!
There's my 6 to your 2. My
Okay.
heroic shoot. So I'm gonna breathe fire.
He's spending a will point to breathe fire.
I'm gonna blow ice.
All right.
Because you breathe fire. I blow ice. Now I moved, so I've got to get a 4 to hit. Right?
Yeah.
Here
Miss.
comes a 4.
No, you need a 3. Miss. Oh,
6.
that's a 6. That would cause the number of wounds equal to.
Well, there you
Oh
go.
my
So
goodness.
he hits
Anyway.
with a 6
All right.
on the open scale and is going to do mega damage,
Strength 10 to defense 9 needs 4s.
needing a 4.
Oh my goodness. Goof.
Nope.
All right.
My icy breath does nothing to the
I'm
fire
spending
beast,
a will point to breathe fire.
as of course
I
you
moved
should.
as well. I need a 3+ to hit. I
Hits
hit.
on a 4?
Yeah, 3+ to hit because we're at 2+ shoot.
Yep.
Strength 10 to defense 9 needs 4s.
Gets a 2. And
Are you
only
kidding
has
me?
Not enough might.
Are you kidding me? Are you
Alright.
kidding me?
Priority.
That was ridiculous.
That was crazy.
I got a 2.
I got a 2.
Goes to me.
Your priority.
I'm backing away an inch and transfixing
With
my free will.
I am not going to move, and I'm going to resist. Go for it.
with my free will. Actually,
Yep.
I'm going to
got
cast
2
before
will,
I
right?
move. Cast before I move.
Yep.
And I get a 6 on one die.
No! All right, I got to resist, but I've only got 2 will left. Right? No, I've got 3.
You got 3.
How many do I have in my store? 3
You
in
have
my
3 in
store
your
plus
store.
a free
I'm
one?
on the bottom, you're on the top.
I'm going to use all 3. Here we go, needing to resist this. Gets the 6. Gets 1 back.
All right.
So I've got 2 will left in my store at this point.
Yep. And I'm
No, I don't.
actually,
I've got 1 will left in my
I am
store.
actually not going to move. I'm just going to stay within the 12 inches.
No, I've got 2 will left in my store. What am I doing? You're staying in there, so on my move, I'm going to try to transfix you. Here goes my free dice, keeping the 2 in my store. Goes off on a 4.
And actually shoot turrets. I have to blow my resistance to magic and resist it, or I'm done. And I only have 1 will point left in my store. This is really
And you
bad.
need it so you can breathe fire.
Get the 4.
3.
Well, I'm gonna have to
managed to
might that.
transfix, so you burn your might on that.
Ah!
You have priority, so I'm going to burn a might on a heroic shoot. You can't contest, so I'm shooting first.
Dang it.
I need a 3 to hit.
You need a 2 to
2 to
hit.
hit.
Yes!
Look at that.
Oh my
There's the
goodness.
one.
I
right.
need a 2 to hit as well because I didn't move.
Oh my
Are you-
goodness! This is the cheesiest
This is
match
ridiculous.
of all time.
This is honestly ridiculous. This should have been a 10-second match.
All right.
Anyway,
Here we
moving
go,
on.
priority.
Priority.
Look at this stress.
Goes to you. Yeah, that's it.
So I'm going to transfix.
Are you kidding me?
Wait a minute. Can I transfix?
Yeah, you can. You got your free die.
I have 1 will left after this. So that was my free will. I only have 1 left. So you're transfixed on a 6.
I'm going to use my free will plus resistance to magic and get a 5.
So you are transfixed
Ah.
and out of will. I have 1 will left in my store. So here comes a shoot. Needing a 2 to hit.
Hits.
Gets a 6 to hit. Now I need a 4 to wound.
Finally, that took
There's
you long
the
enough.
5. So
Smaug's dead.
what that means is icy breath has frozen and terminated Fire Smaug in one breath.
That was ridiculous. That was a 15-minute game. That should not have been a 15-minute game. It should have been a 10-second game when you won that first roll off. Anyway, I'm going to beat you now.
Well, we're playing again?
Yeah, it's best out of 3. It's
right.
best out of 3. I'm going to
enough.
stomp you this time.
New round.
All right.
I am death.
But I am fire. Okay, let's go ahead and start this
I
off.
should almost just stick a mirror in the middle and let him breathe fire in the mirror
Priority?
and see what happens. Priority
1.
goes to
Reroll.
reroll.
2 goes to...
5 goes to ice. Ice is not going to move.
Well,
Yes,
that's
I'm
a
going to
shocker.
transfix though. 4.
I'm
That
going
was
to
my
use
free one. Goes
resistance to
off
magic.
on a 4.
Resist to magic plus my free one. I resist on a 6, so I actually
So you don't spend your will?
Yeah, I don't spend anything. They're both free.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and transfix you back.
Okay.
With 3 will points.
Okay.
3 of my actual will points. And get a 3.
Wow. So I'm going to resist with the free one and 1 from my store. And get it back.
Are you kidding me? All right. Heroic shoot.
Yep. So I burn a might, you burn a might.
I'm going to win this roll
Actually,
off
I
this time.
think you heroic shot and I countered, right?
It doesn't matter. Either way, we're both shooting.
Here we
and
go.
rolling
Who's shooting
dice.
first?
That's... Oh, come on.
5s. We got to reroll it. Serious.
Are you kidding me?
5 to ice.
Multiple times. Okay, you're going to fluff it.
All right. Needing a 2.
1. Hey!
That mites it to a 2.
All right, fluff, fluff,
Needing
fluff,
what?
fluff. Oh,
3
come on!
Mites that to a 4.
And that's game.
Iced. Boom.
Dang it! Just for reference, I would have hit, and I would have killed you with no might.
Yes, you
See
would've.
that? See that? And I would have rolled a 6 too. Oh!
But ice is mightier than fire.
No, it's not. You just rolled.
Mightier. It's just not anymore
You just-
effective.
You just rolled, Lucky. That's all that was.
All right. Hope you're
Oh,
laughing
man.
with us. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and go play with your little plastic toys. These things are a lot of fun. We'll talk to you again next time. Thanks so much.
Fire should have won.
Yeah, it would have made more sense. That's okay. Ice.
I'll call it out again.